Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos? One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome to the Saville Community Sports Center. It is the Saville Grand Prix here on Curling Stadium. We have the semifinal matchup here between Kaitlyn Laws and Yoonji Kim. Kim comes into this game at 5-0 and looking to move on to the finals. It is Kaitlyn Laws with the hammer, throwing the Yellowstones. It is Kim with hammer, throwing those red rocks. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Terry Corbin. Connor Sims is on the production. And both these teams have been playing pretty well, TC.
Yeah, for sure. As you mentioned, Kaitlyn Laws coming in with a record of 4-1. Their only loss was to Team Kim in the last game of the round robin, which I was fortunate enough to be a part of, and Kim won 5-2. So two really good teams. Excuse me. Two really good teams. Kim, of course, has that Olympic berth for her country. And Kaitlyn and Team Laws are trying to represent Canada with the pre-trials coming up in the end of October, I think, and then the end of November, our Canadian Olympic trials will begin. So looking for a good one, Dave.
Absolutely. So here's a lead. You and Sol, and hopefully sending my best wishes for a speedy recovery to Terry Corbin.
Oh, dear.
You see that first guard from Laws is not touching the center line, so it is movable by Kim without penalty. Of course, playing the no-tick rule. And Kristen McCush with her second stone. Comes on down nicely into the 8-foot. Second now from Yoon. Thanks to everybody who is joining us on here on Curling Stadium. You feel free to interact with us in the chat. We do love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from. Always like to have you involved in the dialogue. And if you are going to take part of that, gives you a great chance to subscribe to Curling Zone. You do have to be subscribed to be able to do that commentary. Doesn't cost you anything. Just kind of making sure you're a real person. We know Terry's real.
Real what?
Really loud cougher.
Yeah, I thought I hit the mute button there, and I guess I didn't. Oh my God.
Oh, it was rather epic, sir.
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
No, it's okay. I didn't need that eardrum. So we got some action right away here. We've seen both teams really content to play busy houses during the week.
I mentioned in the quarterfinal game with Kim this morning, I really felt that, it was in the best interest of Core and Brown to maybe just go up and down the ice a couple of times and settle into the game. But both teams went at it right away, and as a result,
Ooh,
uh,
that was
Brown
a barn
wasn't,
burner.
yeah, Brown wasn't quite able to, make those key shots, and Gim jumped out to a quick 6-0 lead.
What, there were 4 3 spots in that game?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
So if we get even a slice of that here in the semi, we're in for a treat, guys. So make sure you stay tuned in. See, we shuffle around the deck chairs a little bit. Gim now sitting 1 and 2.
It's a busy weekend, Dave, around the curling world. A lot of action going on in Ontario. We have a Shorty Jenkins spiel. We have another spiel in Alberta with the men. The
And
women are here.
Okotoks, yeah.
Yeah.
Just watched a thrilling end of that game between John Schuster and Mike McEwen.
I saw the result. I didn't see what happened, but I believe Schuster stole the extra end. Did he not?
It was quite the game.
Was it?
Yeah, and well thrown shots there at the end, and it was Schuster who was able to squeak it out.
See what happened, but I believe.
And Okotoks is streaming on our platform on Curling Stadium. We are relaying their stream. And so feel free to have keep it with us, and you can open another one and be on with Sean Joyce. You can watch the Okotoks, get it all going.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives you 3 different like buttons you can hit.
So Kim's got a pretty good end kind of going right now. She's also got the hammer. The good thing for Kaitlyn is they're playing into the center. One good shot can take the center right away very quickly.
So here we see Negevin, and throwing third. She's been calling the game from the house all weekend long and last week too.
So in turn draw. Trying to get this down to the top of the 4, top button. Sweepers are casually watching this. Now they're going to try and carve it. Good shot, Dave.
Yeah, it is very nice. So you see it is pretty close for a shot on that Remax balloon, which gives me fits. It's very disconcerting to look at a hot air balloon in that particular configuration.
I'm sure there's a story there.
So you see Gim not liking the way the angles went because that great shot by Negevin. Just going to hit the Control-Delete button here.
This will clear some granite.
Yep. Minji Kim got them moving pretty well there.
Now it's just a question.
So we're going to see this little hit and roll. Thinking about it, taking that on, because Laws is very aware of the fact that she doesn't have hammer here. So you want to be sitting the very worst 2-3, trying to avoid the double takeout if at all possible. So Negaman's going to come in. They're going to have a little discussion with the front end. You see him playing the inside out. They've been doing that a lot this week.
Yeah. Kaitlyn must feel that that rock is shot over her one on the far left as you look at it.
It's going to get the hit and roll on in. So at the very worst, they're 2-3. At best, they're 1-3. Be one heck of an angle, but
yeah,
I think probably better off just working back towards the center a little bit. But situations like that, I at least like to know where the angle is in case it ends up happening.
For sure.
Go for it if you think you can get it. So they're on the brush. This one is going to come all the way up. And hangs on for third shot.
Yeah.
Just by a hair. So that's going to have to be addressed.
Yeah, I don't think it changes the situation from the last shot for Team Laws. I'll try and remove it and roll in a bit.
So Kaitlyn makes her way down the ice. It's nice to see the season get going and have us having multiple things going on.
And
stay with us all season here on Curling Zone. Go to curlingzone.com and get all that info, all your favorite teams, schedule, standings, streaming links if they're available. Try to make it easy for you. Now this one is coming on over. They're trying to walk it over just a touch. It's going to get a nice piece. How big of a roll?
might as well keep taking it.
Well, roll to a pretty good spot because
It actually did.
You can't remove both those yellows without losing your red, and I'm not even sure if the yellow goes anyway. So you see, considering the hit and the roll outside just a little bit.
Go ahead, Dave.
No, it's okay. Yours is more important.
Never. I just want to have a little bit of insight from you into why you think the change was made from Laws skipping the rink or calling the shots to Negaven calling the game.
Well, most of the feedback that we've gotten in the scuttlebutt, not without any official answer, is Kaitlyn's just such a good brusher. And that's something that they're putting in there. Utilizing the broom, and both of them are, perfectly well experienced back-end players in their time. So it's not like it's a foreign role.
No, but I mean, it takes a kind of a unique individual to throw last rock, and if you're not calling your own ice, and you've seen I don't know. I just think there's more to it, and I'd like to know who initiated it.
Well, that's something that we can send our local spies to find. Or I know we've had some different suggestions from folks in the
Yes.
in the chat, and
Right.
the brushing angle has been the first thing,
Predominant.
But yeah, I haven't really heard any real thing. It's not. Put it this way: this is more common now than it ever was. Somebody last rock thrower not being the person in the house.
Trying to replicate the Randy Furby, David Nedwin days.
I mean, isn't Benoit Schwartz in the similar situation?
Yep. But I do know Selena has not only skipped but thrown last rocks when Kaitlyn was away there last year. I believe it was last year.
I believe so too. So, and so it's not like they're having a new dynamic to learn. It's something that they've done.
Mm-hmm. So Gim's going to take on the double here.
Yeah, this is not the easiest double, Terry.
No, because you definitely want to stay around for a second shot here. You don't want to lose your shooter.
See, plenty of people are double fisting their curling right now. The final stone of the first end. Uijeongbu trying to walk this over. Gonna make contact with one. Get them both moving, but you're gonna lose one. So it's gonna be just a single point. And Laws will have the hammer in number 2 when we come back from Saville after this.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
And welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center. Single point for the team from Uijeongbu, Korea. Team Gim. Laws now with the hammer in the second end. Deschamel, Terry Corman, and Connor Sims. Happy to have you here with us. It's been a great weekend of curling all weekend long. from the beautiful 10-sheet facility here at the Saville Center on the U of A campus.
Yeah, the University of Alberta is kind of lucky to have this facility.
It's
so
a big
many
one.
So many teams go out there to throw in the summer and early, late summer, I guess.
Now I'm happier the balloon is pointed better.
Wow. It looks upside right side up.
Right, but on the other side, it's not. Like you said, there's got to be a story. I mean, and it's quite possible. The ice making team said, let's just see if we can't get Dave Schmel started on this, and he'll probably talk. he'll probably talk about it and Remax all year, and our sponsors are gonna get better value.
Well, there is that angle.
It's an angle. This one is squeaking close to the guard, just avoids a no-tick violation. And they get it there. Line 2. I see Gim gonna take it on. I think he's trying to kill them both here. Here's Suji Kim.
2 left-handers on this Gim team.
Yep, the lead and the second.
Yeah. Nose hit, knee to nose, and got it.
Nicely thrown, nicely brushed. So Negament's going to roll open. Interesting to see if this end ends up being more open or if Gim decides to go back to the gas a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously depends on how good this roll is. And we switched brushers, so it's probably pretty close. Tap it, roll it. Is it going to get all the way out? All the way out? That last little spin? Oh, it's still nibbling there on the edge.
Hangs on. And Gim can't afford to ignore this, really.
Yeah, so they're going to go after that flop.
Nice controlled weight here.
We mentioned the inside out, and when I first started curling, Terry, I called everything that way, and then somehow I went to the other way.
Outside in?
Yep.
I certainly have a big preference for the outside in when I skip, but I know a couple teams I've been on, you put the broom down and you hear, can I go the other way? No. Don't want that. I don't want to go on the other way.
And once again there in the chat, this is the second week in a row that Negavin's been skipping. Laws is still throwing last. So just a choice the team is making. There's the thought that it felt like Laws going to be a better sweeper. Maybe you're changing it up. Maybe somebody lost a bet. Until we hear something directly from the team, we really don't know.
Yeah.
But they're in the semifinals right now, so I think it's pretty good.
Yes, for sure.
So it looks like we're just going to trade hits here a little bit.
Yeah, for Team Laws, it's important that they stay in the rings here. Otherwise, it gives Gim an opportunity to come around a pretty tight guard.
He said the Gim team does have that Olympic berth for their nation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they I think their playdowns were in June, if I'm not mistaken.
We just completed our pre-trials on the men's side here in the States.
Oh, did you?
That would be equivalent to the Road to the Roar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to Team Hebert or Bear. I'm never 100% sure which way it's supposed to be, and I know the guys. I really should know.
And yeah, call them friends.
Well, acquaintances. So apologies to Coach Swiss Elma if she's watching and screaming.
So how many, with just one team got out
There
of
was-
your pre-trials?
Yeah, there was only one team that spot remaining. The rest
Okay.
were qualified via points.
Qualified? Yeah, okay.
Points, and there was a couple particular bond spiels that were direct qualifiers.
Oh, right, yes, yes. So really, does it look like a matchup between Schuster and Dropkin? Or is
I mean-
Casper in the mix?
I mean that would be the chalk if we're going to talk about horse racing.
Mhm.
That would certainly be the way you'd look at it in the book. But Team Casper has been doing very well, and of course all the teams are good enough to be there. But you would have to. I think most people would say it's probably between those two, but I
Yeah.
would never write off Danny Casper.
Yeah, no, he looks like he's been playing well.
And he does it to you quietly. Just all of a sudden you're like, wow, how did I lose?
Yeah, yeah. So there with that rollout, Team Laws, this has given an opportunity for Team Gim to come around this rather tight guard. Put a little bit of pressure on Team Laws to either score one or, I guess, ultimately try and blank the end. But
You see Negavan suiting back up into I'm standing in the rings. I want to be warm. Okay, so where are you looking here? Bite a piece of the button or top four? Terry?
no, top. I think you want to be full four, and ideally you're buried.
This one is skating.
Yeah,
Hmm.
even without blades.
So you see the opportunity swinging back. Going to try to come up with the little skips deuce here.
Yeah, she's got to be careful because if she gets behind the tee line, that'll give Gim an opportunity to, try and freeze on top of that, which there's really only one rock space available by the looks of it.
Yeah. Once again, the back and forth banter there. Like I said, we don't know anything definitively, so I'm not going to speculate facts not in evidence. Your Honor.
Thank you, because I tend to lean a little bit more to Braxton's assessment, whether it's fact or fiction.
Yeah, there's many different things, and then once something starts working, one thing I know is you don't change it.
Well, I mean, that's it, right?
Maybe just a sliver deeper than you want it.
Yeah. She can definitely get shot. And then if she does, I mean, there may not be enough room for Kaitlyn to get one.
That's a
Well, I guess the other side of the button is always going to be open, probably.
no reason not to try it. Give yourself an opportunity to maybe steal one in there. Make up for the fact that you only took a single in the first. So here's Yoon.
Yeah, outturn draw.
Just kind of watching this one. A little bit of housekeeping. It is starting to break in.
Yeah,
We've seen we've seen great finish. Here it comes on in.
Yeah.
Kind of bump it a little bit, but that's not a bad outcome at all.
Yeah, I think it's going to be extremely difficult for Kaitlyn to kind of follow that down, bump it far enough, and keep her shooter on the 4-foot.
I think it might be easier on the intern side, honestly.
I think you're right, yeah.
For those of you following at home, 3:16 Eastern time. Terry said I was right.
I've recorded that. Looks like they're going to just try and throw this with a little bit of weight and
pick it and take a single.
Just pick it, yeah. I didn't see how close they were together, but they must be pretty close.
Yeah, it looks to be about 8 inches of error.
Is that right? So if they're touching, you know, shit, this may be one of those ones where she's actually going to. Oh yeah, there you go. She's going to say she might give up the one because you clipped that yellow on the way by.
Facing one, final stone of the second. Looking to just clear out that red. Maybe you get lucky and sneak a deuce, but you got to make sure that red goes for sure.
And they did, yeah.
And away it goes to be a single point for Laws. We're all tied up after 2. We'll be back after this. You're watching Curling Stadium.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister juice, freshly made your way.
We're back here from the Saville Grand Prix on the U of A's campus in Edmonton. Tied up between Gim and Laws here in the semifinals. And went back and forth, but ended up being just a single there. Gim forced Laws to a tricky little shot there for one.
Yeah, I don't think people appreciate how difficult that shot is, and I mean it requires not only a kind of a pretty clean throw, but I mean the sweeper's got to be on the ball, and the person, the individual calling it in from the house. That's where you really rely on them. I mean, in that case, you just needed a small piece, but I mean once you got a piece, people say then you're good, but you actually have to kind of, I think, call that before it hits that little break point, and make sure that you don't wreck, because I think the tendency sometimes is to wait for it to break, and then sometimes it's too late.
So here, as we mentioned, one of the two southpaws on Team Gim.
We were talking this morning how technically they've been pretty good from the start, a lot of the Asian teams, and where they seem to kind of lag behind was in strategy, and they've put a lot of resources into learning the game, and including coming over here to Canada for a lot of games, and also working with some Canadian coaches. So what was once a weakness is no longer.
No, I'd agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, really, all the top teams from across the world, there's not really an inch to be had anymore. Get that. Roll on over. Tap the Gimstone out into the open.
Mm-hmm.
But an opportunity to split the rings here. You see them calling for hack weight. That's a signal in any. That's a signal in any language.
Universal, yeah. She'd love to get this roll out to the 8 foot, and if possible, even the 12 foot.
We're going to get it. How much of a roll? I think it's going to hang on and be okay. Oh, it does clear all the way out, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a bad thing, Dave.
So now Magaman's going to ask Peterman. Ask for just a sliver less ice. Just kind of work in there and be undercover. Put the pressure back on to Gim. Her second stone of the end. Both of them on this. Needs to be tight to the guard. Is tight to the guard. Now push it over just a touch. Gonna hit and not get any flop though. And we're gonna see who can do this first.
Yes.
So Suji will take her shot at it. This one is really taking off. Well, that's a better effort.
Yep.
Gonna be tough to weasel around there. It gets tougher and tougher as we go just because the stones are moving
know.
up.
Yeah.
I see the advanced housekeeping here tells me this is going to be quite down weight.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think that just makes you feel better.
Exactly.
So Negavan, just kind of guiding this down. Well
Really
called.
good shot. Yeah, really
well
good
called.
shot.
Gets all the way up there, and
yeah,
they knew they had that all day, buddy.
Yeah, and a really good roll too to get out there in the wings.
Yeah, without a tremendous amount of danger stones out there, trying to not give up an accidental deuce here.
Yes.
Be willing to give up the blank, and with a rollout, you might be able to draw under and challenge again.
Because that is a Laws rock out front.
And
ooh, yes,
I just threw the old black cat on there. Didn't mean to do that.
yeah.
We're pretty good at that, buddy.
I know. I'm expecting an extra end working with you.
Oh. I haven't done it yet this season.
Oh, okay. Then maybe this is a new year, new omen.
Yeah, I mean, I was really good at it last season. Seemed every game I worked was an extra. We even had the extra once.
I was gonna say, I just gonna say, hey, I've worked with you when we did an extra because we couldn't get enough.
Oh, well, Jimmer was on the call with me.
No, it was me, buddy.
That was okay. I mean, did we do it? That's a nice rack. Maybe just a touch high. So, how cute do you want to get here?
Yeah. Well, you're playing the doubles for sure, and certainly, the last thing you want to do is jam it, but.
So working for the run.
Yeah, this is going hard.
Gets the one. Kicks it out.
Oh, it doesn't get out,
Not all the way out. So.
Big opportunity for Team Laws to really put a force on here.
And we'll keep you up to date to scores on the other semi. Of course, that feed is up for you to watch.
Yeah, there is no score in our other game for our viewers if you're not watching. Team Wang has the hammer.
So Kaitlyn Laws with her first of two here. This has a long way to bend.
Yeah, trying to really help it over. I want to set up a double.
Oh, I think it probably got enough finish. I mean, the double should likely still be there, though.
It is, yeah. But again, it's high risk. I mean, I think.
Well, you could be aggressive and just try to roll to it in front and try to get a deuce.
I was gonna say. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is comes with a little bit of risk. You might be better off to at least play a hit and roll first, and based on the release, you might change your mind.
Well, that one has to go for sure.
Yeah.
So make sure you make that first.
Yeah, this looks like it will have a little bit of weight. Looks like about a third of a rock.
On the way from Gim. Now trying to get it to
that
curl.
out.
Will it come back? Will it come back? It's gonna just push it dead, buried. That's an unfortunate one there.
She in-outed that. Slid a little tight, which has kind of been her MO anyway, and then got it out to the broom. But yeah, this is well, it's a miss. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, so Law's gonna.
Kaitlyn can really put a lot of heat on her now.
Yeah, I mean, Gim always has the straight run back, but there's a lot of distance there.
Yeah. And if Laws gets this like just Christmas treed, that run back A is not there, and neither will play on the yellow one either. Just like score. So she gets this halfway buried. I think Kaitlyn. I think Uijeongbu Gim will have to play probably an out turn and maybe just down to it to give up just to steal a one. Big shot here. This is the first time I think this is the fourth game I've done of this Gim team, and this is the first time I can remember where like they're in a lot of trouble here in an end.
Yeah, they've been dictating the pace of play all weekend long.
Yeah. It's been kind of one of those, take that, you.
This one needs to keep on moving, keep on trucking, get a little sliver underneath to kill the run. Okay.
I think they've done exactly what they wanted to do.
So now we're going to have to draw the side of the button.
Yep. Really good end by Team Laws. Certainly helped by two really good shots by Kaitlyn. So playing that in-turn draw that Kaitlyn just threw.
Yeah, it's a key shot here in the early going.
Yeah.
Facing 3, final stone of the third end. Needs to have half the stone in the button.
Yeah, sometimes she doesn't quite get out to the broom on that in-turn.
Working it down. Lines there. Is the weight right? Looks to be a little bit toasty. How toasty?
Yeah.
It's into the back 8. Is it? It's a steal of 1 for sure, and certainly close for a second. I think it might be 2 yellow, buddy.
I think you could be right. Again. It's close, man.
Oh, that's very close. I mean, I'm not putting a wager on it. I think they're probably going to put a stick to it.
They're going to look at the center of the...
All right, so they agreed to measure, so get your votes in. The polls are open. At stake are 243 very valuable curling stadium bonus points,
Yes.
which are of unspeakable value. The Wall Street Journal has a current exchange rate. Okay, so let's take a look there. So moved it just a little bit. There. All right. We got that. Yeah, about one. Yeah, just about a one.
It'll be harder to see it on this side, but no. That moved a lot more than I thought.
So we'll be back after this.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Mowat, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
No, like
welcome back here to the fourth end at the Saville Grand Prix. It was just a single point, and Gim has the hammer on a very close measure. So everybody who voted red,
winner, chicken dinner.
Absolutely. Now, unfortunately, there is a $1.2 million processing fee to get your bonus points. But if you're interested in them, we can make sure that the address is available for you.
Spoken like a true casino man.
And welcome again to everybody. We have a lot of folks watching. Thank you so much for joining us. Smash that like button. There she is. Single point.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be, though, a big lift for Team Laws. I mean, this Gim team has just been a freight train rolling through.
Yeah, it makes you feel like that you were able to put pressure on the team that's been running the whole time. 3:38 in the morning in China. Thanks for watching.
Wow, yes.
Well, either good morning or good evening.
Yep.
It's a weekend. It could be either. So you see we're going to try to roll underneath the corner. A little bit more of a conventional setup here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm interested to see, kind of how determined Team Gim is going to be to A, get some rocks in play, and B, work the corners.
And they hung that one in the third end with authority. It is still swaying back and forth. This one is really, really close to the guard. Do they get by? Oh, yes, they do. What a brush. And Terry, bring us through that.
Yeah, the rock sweeper is really going hard on this, trying to hold it straight. And as you said, just whiskered it and got by.
That would have been a big violation because it would have been a no-tick
Yeah.
violation as well.
Here's Peterson. Jocelyn, she's already headed to the Olympics with her partner and husband, Brent Gallant.
Executed that hit nicely. Could be a take two, though, for the game squad.
Yeah, now she'd like to be able to use this corner guard that's been thrown up by getting a roll to the wings and undercover.
That one is still bouncing. All I need is a squirrel to run.
Stop that.
Can they shimmy it under? Well, they get it half under.
Half under, yeah.
It's going to be not the easiest chase.
No, but it also allows, Kaitlyn and her team to roll it back towards the middle and potentially under. So,
yes, and Brent Gallant is in the finals there at Okotoks, and we are carrying that stream. So, open up another device. Hit that like button. Kind of happy with the line now. They want to make sure they cleared their guard right now. Can they manage the roll? It's going to be a big roll.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad at all.
Yeah.
So, thinking about ignoring it and just drawing around. I like that.
Yeah. And this is kind of what I expected. I mean, the thing about this ice, it's hard to, bury a rock. I mean, the curl here is so good.
Absolutely. That's a big credit to the new ice maker at Saville this season, Cody Hall.
Is that right, eh?
Came over from BC.
Oh.
Well, important to be buried here, and you are.
Yeah, no, it really is. And I mean, I think that's kind of the best you can do. People say, it's open on that wide side, but weight is so critical.
Yeah, it's a tough ask to do that, especially because that would be undiscovered country right now at this point.
Yeah, so, I mean, coming down to it is, you just have to be second shot, really.
So here's Negavan. That one took a lot of late break. It's going to over curl, I think, just a touch.
Yeah. Oh, but she got enough of it. Yep.
Still second shot.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Now, big opportunity here because now the pile getting heavier there. Get a good one in there. It's going to be tough to remove.
Yeah.
So, Miji Kim. All right, just bringing it down. Just needed to tap on the brakes a touch. Tap on the brakes. Walk on over. Don't bump too much. Oh, it did chat.
Is
Probably
that
a little.
ever good though?
Oh,
I guess no. Yeah, yeah. Okay, never mind. I see it though. Never mind. Because I couldn't believe that she could move it and sit too, but there's a yellow one over there.
Yeah, but to your point, you can't ignore it now. I think you almost have to take on the double on them now, just to make sure that it never becomes a thing. In my mind's eye.
Yeah, they can. I mean, they can play, kind of almost a normal hit on this. These are the ones that I find for a right-hander so difficult to, slide on the line of delivery here. Yeah, it's so easy to in out it because you feel you're sliding a little tight, or dump it because you feel you're sliding a little wide.
Negavan makes contact with the one. It does leave that red there. Never curled up enough. So now opportunity for Gim to put a lot of real estate between them and cement the deuce opportunity.
Yes.
Second throw from Minji.
Looking real good, yeah.
So what do you think of the angle there?
I like it.
Is it doubleable?
Yeah. I would think, though, she'd basically be playing the right under, or just, try and get over to closer to that red one, depending on what it looks like coming down the ice. If it's got a chance for a right in underneath the yellow, they'll play it. But if not, I think she'll try and take that all the way over.
Let's see the broom right in the center of the stone. Kaitlyn Laws settles in for her first in the fourth. Coming with the heat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like she. Look at this.
On the one, roll all the way over, and there's your double takeout, Kaitlyn Laws.
Thank you very much. Great shot.
And they're just doing it the whole time. Liked it, loved it.
Yep.
Goodbye. So now Gim's going to draw in here and try to get herself a skip's deuce.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only way you're going to score two is coming around that center guard. You can't go around the corner. You won't be shot. Which would allow Kaitlyn just to sit 1-2.
So Uijeongbu with her first.
Yeah, sweepers are kind of communicating by the looks of it that, you know, this is close.
Coming on down, going to get those last little licks in. Bring it right down to the forefoot. Good communication there. So, Law's really not out of trouble here. What do you think the best options are right now, Terry?
Yeah, I mean, she can run the yellow one in, which, I mean, okay, so that's what she is doing. I was going to say the kind of the pick. I mean, I suppose you could pick it too narrow and jam it on that yellow one back there. So they've elected to play this. I'm sure this is more about like being really confident in the ice that's required to make the shot. Some people just do have that natural preference.
So Laws needs about the 12-foot run back here to avoid giving up a deuce on this one pretty quick. Off and on, always a good sign. Needs to come up a touch. Got it.
Got it.
No problem.
Oh, and she forces her. I mean, he can't play that. There's no double there. Great throw by Kaitlyn.
So facing two. Uijeongbu. Just needs to throw the draw to even the score.
Yeah, going into the fourth end break. This is a key shot. You know, you'd like to be tied at worst.
Final stone of the second. Pick this one up pretty quick. Gonna make sure it's there. Now both brushers actively involved. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's gonna settle on in, and there's no problem there.
Very good judge.
Absolutely. Great judge by the front end. We're all tied up from the Saville Grand Prix. We'll be back on Curling Stadium.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
After 4, we're tied up here. Another semifinal also in the fourth end break. Wang holding a 4-1 lead over Park. We'll be back with the second half after this.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Moe, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
And welcome back here. We're still in the fourth end break. Teams are talking with their respective coaches. So, Terry, how do you think about this first half has treated us?
Love it. I think that, I mean, given what I've watched of Team GIM this weekend, had an opportunity to do 3 or 4 of their games, and they have just been lights out. And Kaitlyn Laws took on GIM there yesterday in the finals round robin game, and they lost 5-2. But I mean, GIM really had I thought a lot of control in you know, most of the end. So I love that Kaitlyn's been able to you know, really put a lot of pressure on GIM. Even just that last shot, you know, facing 2 and having to draw the 4-foot. Really well curled game up to now.
Yeah, you would look at the line score and say, man, kind of boring, but certainly not the case.
No, absolutely not.
So you expect more of the same, or do you expect GIM to maybe try to make this end play a little bit more open or force hard, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, because they're in kind of uncharted waters up to now. Like they've really trounced people all weekend, and now Laws has got them, you know, in a really good situation. 2-2 with the hammer. So if I'm Laws, I really want to score here, and I really want to deuce.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a word that we use often in curling, trounced, but it's accurate.
Oh, yeah, she's laid a beating on some teams. Like one was 9-1 or 9-0. I can't remember, but it was not close. Now, mind you, Team GIM's been, you know, out on the ice probably more than some of these teams, so that might account for some of it. But yeah, they've just been bang on with their execution.
So you're talking about practice?
Yeah, I mean, literally, I'm guessing that they're probably been there at the Saville Center for this will be their 3rd week, and they have ice wherever they were playing, like even the European or the Asian or maybe just even the South Korea Olympic.
Stop, quit while you're ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I just, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, they've been kind of on the ice for probably a lot longer than some of these other teams.
So here they're going to come around their first guard, get the stack-o-rama going.
Yeah, nice execution there.
Stack-o-rama, that's probably not going to stick.
Nope.
So, McCush. Nice stable delivery there. Getting awfully close to the center. Can't move it off the center line. Oh, well, you didn't. That was close, though.
And now she's, I'm gathering she's trying to hit half of a rock of the red. She's hitting the yellow, but trying to hit a half a rock.
That's stone on the way down.
Nice shot.
Very nice. Clears them. You're going to see it come down here.
Yeah, this is really good.
So the rocks went right
bit.
away, but it's probably more where they ended up, right?
Yeah, a little bit high on the one that they were hitting, and got a nice little roll.
And you have one
left
gunned up to
shooter.
come in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now on the chase is Team Laws.
Mm-hmm. They made this look easy.
It's not.
No.
It's still advantage Gim here, really, with a good roll.
Yeah. Well, no shot. Is she not just? Oh, okay. I thought I saw her just say straight draw.
No, it's hit and roll.
Okay, yeah.
You could throw a straight draw and ignore that one.
Probably only in club curling.
Oh, us mere mortals.
Yeah, 2-2 game, it would be hard to ignore that.
Yeah, especially without the hammer.
Yeah, Team Laws would love to get a little roll to the outside here. Now, like you mentioned there, like this preference to play this, inside out.
Well, it's easier to get the big kick of a roll this way.
Yeah.
Because you have the gear effect.
You just don't see many teams do this.
Skip I was playing for last weekend. That was his preference to call.
Is that right, eh? Yeah.
And one more time for those who have just joined us. Nothing wrong with either Laws or Negavan. They made this change last week, and with Negavan calling the game and Selena still brushing and throwing fourth, just a change the team made. And they're sitting in the semifinals to show for it, so I can't argue too much, Terry.
Nope. Yeah, you gotta like this too. Kaitlyn wants to get it out to the wings, and they've been executing perfectly now.
I think they just did it one more time.
Yeah, they did, and then you got Gim trying to get it back into the center, and this is a really good cat and mouse game going on here. And
yeah, now because of how deep it would go, Gim is probably just going to leave it on the outside. Was our indication.
Yeah, she would want this to, like, if she was going to roll, she'd want it to be above the tee line for sure.
It gets a little roll back towards the center. So, let's watch this again. And this one's going to fall out of the house. So there's the first little nick in the armor for this end. So now Team Gim gets to play a little offense here.
Yeah, this is kind of something that they wanted, and make no mistake, those are two rocks out front that they own. So they've not only got control of the front of the house there, now they're going to try and sink one in at least top four, if not full four. And then it'll be interesting to see, what the response is from Team Laws. I mean, do they try and run that front and, double the, well, make a double, and by the double, I was just talking about not only the one out on the center line, but the one that's being thrown right now. Or if there's a little bit of the rock showing, do they play that, kind of quiet hit and try and roll it to the wing again?
This is all about the weight right now.
Now,
catching that break, there it goes. You see, it just put the blinker on, and now it's starting to work its way over.
Yeah, this is really good. It's dead buried.
That's about you couldn't walk it down any better than that, really.
Yeah, you pretty much have to run that in.
No way to get cute with that. Not and still respect yourself in the morning.
Yeah, it would be hard to, I think, remove that from the rings. And if you did make contact, you're rolling out way out into the open. And heaven forbid you didn't get shot. I mean, that just Skim's just coming right around again, and you'll be in worse shape than you were.
So here's Laws. Another run back. This one about 10 feet on the way. Gonna get it, make
Really?
it, stick it.
No.
Did not necessarily want to jam that one there, Terry.
No. Allows Gim to put a lot of pressure on Team Laws here.
So I guess a question of how much pressure do you want to put on? Do you throw a guard and make it really, really tough to draw? And you have to throw a run or slash for a blank? Or do you...
I'm coming right in.
You're going to count two.
As good, yes. Make this as good as possible.
Well,
because again, I think if you just get it half buried, that in itself, could cut down a piece of the button.
So trying to put the heat on.
Mm-hmm. Turn up the temperature.
Uijeongbu with her final stone of the fifth. Already has one in there. As Laws on her heels a little bit in the fifth. Now just bringing this one down. Want to be good. Does not look like it's going to make it around, or does it? Can they carry it there? Past the first guard. Past the one in the top four. And how deep's it going to come? Just a hair too deep.
Yeah,
not bad.
It really is. Yeah.
That'll be.
This is in essence, a straight draw. I mean, she can't afford to throw any weight and roll off that thing at the top of the floor is in really nice spot.
Yep, needs to put this one right square in the middle of the balloon. Facing two. Big shot here in the fifth.
Yeah, really, first time Kaitlyn Laws has been in, in this kind of difficulty.
And they also had a very good round robin and weekend with their only loss being to Gim.
Mm-hmm.
So they have been firing on all cylinders as well. So now facing two. Final stone of the fifth. All about the line and the weight here. You need them both to make it. Keep the communication going. Keep your eyes open. Now it needs to turn in a little bit. The weight's pretty close. It needs to turn. It needs to turn. Needs to turn further than that. Will it get all the way in?
Yeah.
Oh, dear, my goodness, that's close. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, she did move it, so.
I think she got it, but wow. I think we are
perfect weight.
We're going to see another. Yeah, we're going to see another measure.
Can you get the stick in there?
Oh, there's enough room, yeah. I think.
Oh yeah, I couldn't see where the center was. I don't like that balloon now either.
Oh man, this is about the minimum that you can measure, but here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's about 3.5, almost 4. And I think that was red.
Red.
Oh
yeah,
my goodness,
red.
And that was by just the smallest amount. They're going to go around one more time. And it is indeed red. Steal of one. We'll be back right after this.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbach coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Welcome back into what has been a thrilling game of curling thus far between Yoonji Kim and Kaitlyn Laws. And Terry, so close on that last throw by Laws.
Don't think she could throw it much better. The weight was absolutely perfect, and you don't want to take a chance and rub off the front, then you give up two. So, like I say, I don't think Kaitlyn could throw it any better, and I'm not sure what else the sweepers could have done.
Brush it anymore, you're not going to get the last finish.
Yeah, that's right. Except for take their life in their own hands.
I mean, it's been a battle of paper cuts here.
Mm-hmm. And now we're down to basically, well, it's a 3-end game, and 3-end game with Kim up one.
And Laws with the hammer in the even end. Would love to get a deuce here, but more importantly, would love to score.
Yes. Once again, I'm just so impressed with this team Kim and their draw weight.
And very good on all the touch shots in general, especially your low weight hits. And we saw
Good
this.
point, yes.
We saw this last end having all those rolls like just so dead perfect.
Correct. Just another come around. The team Laws.
Mm-hmm.
See if she plays the intern. Yeah, she's elected to play the intern, so trying to put a little bit more pressure on Team Laws. This is the fifth end of the rock, of the end, sorry. So, I mean, should she choose to, Team Laws can start ripping the front. They're working this hard, real hard.
And they get it on down there. just to the top of the balloon.
I think if you're Kaitlyn, you got to run the front now. I mean, I guess it's potentially she could run that red in on an angle and get rid of those two reds. That's what they're talking about now.
Yeah, definitely interesting choices.
Mm-hmm. You theoretically could just play the straight peel and see what Team Kim would do.
That's more conservative plays to get things moving here. Can't argue with it.
I'm assuming they didn't. They're running it into the pile there.
Did appear to be the indication.
Yeah, okay.
So Jocelyn come on with some weight. Gets one moving, gets two moving, gets a lot of granite moving, and watch them all spill. Goodbye.
Perfect throw. Thrown and played and called the way you and I were calling it. Just a little on the low side and watching them all disappear.
And that's, just proof, Terry, that you don't necessarily have to be throwing 6 seconds or 7 seconds to make that kind of shot. You just have to hit it right.
That's right. But because you have to hit it right, I mean, part of the theory is that, the harder it goes, the more, or I guess the easier it is. I don't know if it's easier, but you're more likely to be able to call the broom because it's not going to require much movement. That was a really good result that Team Gim got off that, rolling that thing right underneath the corner.
Oh, absolutely.
It's really not accessible to remove. So they're going to play down to the redstone. I mean, you've got enough room to go in and around it.
Yeah, definitely not going to be the easiest shot here.
No, it really isn't. But I think, they go around it, depending on how much they leave open. You might see them take a run at a double, but be a tough double. You have to throw it with some weight. This looks short to me.
Okay, well, with that leave, just gonna stick with the obvious here.
Mm-hmm. And even though it's that didn't end up where they wanted it short. I mean, it is short. They can now utilize that as a corner guard because I think Team Kim's not gonna want to just ignore that and guard.
Make the hit stick right there.
Yeah, they probably still go around this.
Yeah, until there's guards populating it there, that's not tremendously dangerous to try this. Very important end in this game.
It really is.
And so tightly played, and 2 points have not been on the table at
Yeah.
all yet. So you got to
I
figure the
know.
first two might win.
Yeah. I really like this call. This is going to be buried. Stays above the tee line. Again, would like to get a good angle on this. Because you can't afford to play. I'm going to guard my shot stone for the rest of this end. Or do you, Dave?
Well, we're going to have a talk about it.
So let's start.
I mean, if you play the guard the whole time, you're going to be guarding for your life.
That's true.
Coming around is a good place to be, really. You can possibly make it well enough that there's not a good throw back for Laws.
That's right.
It's a new season, new Terry Corbin. He agrees with me much more than he usually does. So I see the coaches out there, and they're thinking of coming in there too. They're just trying to make sure that they don't leave Laws with some sort of funny angle here.
Well, I think somewhere along the line, I thought I saw her, talking about running it in, and I'm going, yeah, you're never running that in. That's way too dangerous. But
I think she's worried about the counter.
Yeah,
throw,
she could
so,
be.
Like, if it ended up high,
yeah.
So say like middle, just about where she has a broom, if not a little bit higher, or lower, honestly, for that reason, then Kaitlyn might have a circus shot for multiples, or at least something to try.
Yeah, their weight control has been really good, and good judgment by the sweepers on almost all the draws. I mean, I do definitely like coming down to that one. I mean, if by chance you got a little tight, you might be able, if you're a little heavy, you roll off the red and make that shot that way. But I think you got to come in and around that. I just never see guarding that for my life. So good use of our timeout, Dave.
Absolutely. So here's Minji. They are on this one the whole way. Weight looks pretty darn good, really. It's all about the line.
Looks great.
Just settle it on.
I don't think you can walk that down any better.
Man. Holy Toledo, Ohio.
Just on, off, a little bit of on, a little bit of off.
That's on there with an acetylene torch.
Yes. Now, if you're Kaitlyn, I mean, do you ever think about running the yellow one in?
Or do you just maybe jiggle it some? I don't know. But if you go and do that, is a center guard coming up next, forcing a decision?
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think at that point you might throw the center guard.
Yeah, no, she's gotta kind of move that off the yellow.
Yeah, they're looking at a bit of a jostle.
Yeah. I mean, ideally you would just move it enough to push it to the tee line and keep that yellow one as third shot. Well, maybe it might be fourth shot, but yeah, I guess it would be fourth shot.
Would leave you some kind of interesting play. I mean, still a few stones to come here, so still room to position a little bit. Negavan with her second.
This has got some curling to do.
The weight's beautiful. It's gonna jiggle it around.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad.
For as good as that shot was made, shows you how great that draw was.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
And
unfortunately for Team Laws, that rock that was frozen has now become fifth shot.
And you look at it now, you have Gim has an opportunity to have Laws.
Oh, yeah.
Throw in against $1 million. Yeah, that's what I like for my money. Just keep it simple. Through the hole right on top. You have to throw some kind of heater there just to give yourself a chance.
Yeah, it definitely goes through there without a great deal of difficulty.
And
they can hit it on the low side. They got more room on the low side than they do the high side. Low side of the rock would be the portion that's closest to the center.
Ah. First of two here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be on the low side.
Got it low. It's going to come all the way across. And they're lined up as a chorus line there.
That's right. Now Kaitlyn, if she can half corner freeze that, she might be able to get a jam out of it. But as much trouble as Gim was in last end, Kaitlyn is that and more on this end. Or no, I guess Laws was in trouble last, and she made that as good a draw as she could. So as much trouble as Laws was in last, and she's in double of that this end. Big end, big end.
So here's Laws.
Kristen closest to the rock there. Just don't want to bounce this too much.
It's gonna get a little bounce.
Ugh. But she is second shot.
Yeah, second shot. It will certainly go though.
Yep. Yep. Can't really leave it because, I mean, you could play the double off the red on the side and on either side. The one just on the either red come off the red on either side of the two rucks on the 4-foot there, the reds. So she can't leave this there. Otherwise it would be a double for two.
So relatively straightforward, but still tricky shot.
Mm-hmm.
Hyunji Kim.
She definitely got that out there.
Just needs to grab a little sliver. Oh, and a little sliver is what you got.
Yeah.
And they sit 1, 2, 3, and 4. The force is on.
Yeah. You can see this thing just floating a bit, and
that did not leave much room for the Holy Spirit.
Nope.
So it's going to be the nose hit for a single. In what has been a thrilling semifinal matchup. Keep it here, guys.
So Kaitlyn's elected to play a straight hit on this. I mean, her other option was to play a similar shot to what she played with just a heavy draw, but
well, you got one catcher if you go the wrong way. So facing 4, final stone of end number 6. Has to be there.
yeah, I don't think you can hurt this.
Has to be there.
Yeah.
Bringing it on in.
Good throw.
And put that one on the board. All tied up. Gim has a hammer when we return right after this.
So with Gim having the hammer, she has an opportunity to peel that front one if she wants.
And welcome back here from Saville. Looks like we're back here with you. Sorry about that brief glitch. Let you guys use your imagination as what we're going. So while you were gone, beautiful granite stones went down about 140 feet of ice. They were delivered by talented players. The stones were made of Treffers and blue hone granite, and they've been well delivered, and the score is still tied, and Gim still has the hammer.
Pretty good shot.
Yeah, and it is Gim line 1 and 2.
This might be a time where you want to have a chat, a team chat, and let's have everybody get on the same page. You know, what's our desired? What are we really trying to do? Are we kind of in for a steal? Are we really trying to, force a one? I think forcing a one's going to be. It might be a little difficult, but it doesn't take long for rocks to disappear, as we've seen in ends prior. I kind of like the down on top of the red one that's in the 8 foot. I think if you could nestle one in the crotch of that, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a interesting place to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's certainly worth a conversation.
I mean, you could go here because I think the possibility of a catcher over there on the wing is doable.
Certainly,
that's what they've elected.
Yeah, certainly. I think it's a pretty aggressive call myself.
I mean, I guess just as on a personal level, I think it's a little early for this.
Definitely falls into the category of fantastic when you make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. There's the for me that was the problem with that shot. I mean, it just seemed like to me that the risk was missing it on either the high side or the low side. I mean,
right, and now they're Christmas treed.
Yeah, I just think the draw was a way better call to navigate a stone into a good position. So now you make this and. Ooh.
Well, 3 is very much in play now.
Oh, I'll say.
There are no strangers to scoring it. And you feel like they've been playing the whole game trying to get an opportunity like this.
Yeah.
So
And as they say, that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
And Minji is going to summon the rest of the squad down, and timeout's been called. They are allowed 2 timeouts in this event.
Well, and I think the only reason they say 2 timeouts is because, I mean, some people bring coaches. But I mean, literally, watch some games. You'd swear there's a timeout every end.
Well, the opening draw, Jim and I experienced a game like that.
Oh yeah. You were. I heard it was either you or Jim talking about that.
Well, we did plenty of talking during that game.
I can't imagine that you would have that much to talk about, but
well, I mean, yeah, and it wasn't that it wasn't a well played game. It just drug.
Right.
So we had a discussion of how do you fix it? Like, because you're never going to have timers at every event. That's just not realistic.
Never. Too many volunteer hours and not enough volunteers.
I mean, I proposed shock collars, but that got shot down right away.
Surprised. I would have explored that a little bit.
I feel like I could use them at my club sometimes.
Oh, no. I'm sure there's many people at every club that could say that.
Oh, I try to make a conscious effort that when it's to play quick when I can, because when I want to think, I really want to think.
Yes, yeah. No, and that makes sense. See, Wang's got a 5-2 lead playing 7 in their semifinal game.
So here comes this one on down, trying to really cement themselves a big opportunity.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, might have got a little bit of a break there, Laws, by having that stay for fourth shot here. Now she can ever weld one in there. Might be able to get out of this end. See, I think that they needed to stay probably just a little bit high there, and so that they didn't kick that over. You could theoretically be just a little bit short on this one as opposed to a little bit heavy. And it's a little bit heavy. No. I guess as long as she doesn't hit that right on the nose. You might take the red one and then have a double back, I suppose. They're going to try and remove this with just hack weight, I believe, Dave.
I do think that's a great call. Lots of different angles. We're picking this one up. Liking it now.
They jumped it.
Look at that. Oh, they're taking it the other way now.
Yeah.
Going plan B. They executed plan B pretty well there.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaitlyn's in a pile of trouble
You
here.
see, right there, they committed to bring in.
Yeah.
And they didn't let themselves get caught in between. Would have been really, really easy to do that. And they lie 3.
I mean, does Kaitlyn not? I mean, and then I worry, does that not just kind of come back onto your own yellow?
I think it does. This looks perilous. I mean, what's your other bailout shot? Draw all the way to the back 4? That might get you out of it somewhat.
You got to hit every millimeter of this that you can see, I think, to.
So here's Negavan.
Yeah, this is.
Needs the big bailout shot here. Holding it there. Gonna be just past the guard. Move 1, 2 through the hole.
Oh, she got it through the hole. Yeah.
How did that ever go, Terry?
Yeah, I mean, she had to hit every bit of what she could see of it, so that it didn't take that, ricochet off and take it with her. But she hit it thin. She got enough of it that it literally went through that hole. Wow.
Absolutely incredible curling shot.
Now, is Red's second shot? Or is second shot that one way over on the wings on the left-hand side as we look at the overhead?
Well, if you can make the cross houser, you can be sitting 3 again.
Well, yeah.
I say go for
but
it.
At least, of course you would. That's the gambler in you. But at least now, Kaitlyn's got that thing's at the back of the 4, and Kaitlyn's now got, both sides of the ice to utilize if she ever needs to come down to that.
So going with the top 4, back 4.
Mm-hmm. Now does Kaitlyn just come down to the one at the back of the rings?
Well, that's a shot I liked before the heroic one.
I know.
Because I wasn't feeling that heroic.
She would have to play the intern.
Plenty of finish to do it. That's not even a question to me.
As we see it on the overhead for sure. I mean, you get in the hack though, and you just go like, You just have to throw it and believe it. I think you're running out of options.
I mean, because even if you could run the yellow back perfect, I'm not entirely sure that you're not going to catch it in the back.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever running that yellow one, but if she's sitting third shot, does that change anything? Yeah, probably not. I think I'm playing down to that back one.
I'm still getting my heart rate under control off after that last one. Either way this goes, we've been treated to a dandy.
Yeah, a lot of really incredible shots made, and the degree of difficulty on numerous ones has been kind of right up there. I know this is kind of the ball game in many respects.
It might be
But
the
she's
whole
got to
sheet.
make this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to make this so good, Dave, because if not, I mean, she'll have that tap on the red one on the top four. You know, if it's not real good.
So Kaitlyn Laws, huge pressure shot here. Her first of 2 in the 7th. Needs a good one.
Yeah, they got to hold this out there. Got to hold this out there. It's not going to hold out there.
That is light and high. And oh, goodness.
Yeah.
I think that might be a function of, well, we, haven't played on that side. We had a lot of conferences. Might have just tightened up just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you draw in there, and the only out I see for Laws is to play off her own winger. Try to get in there.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I don't know if they know the ice or what. I'm sure they do, but I mean, I guess you would have the out turn draw around the top one on the 4 foot to the back one. I think if you could walk this down, you'd make sure it was full 4.
So Uijeongbu Gim looking to put herself firmly in the driver's seat.
And as we talked at the start of the send, Dave, I mean, you're trying to make sure you force that there's not a blank, and
you just forced them to a boatload.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time I've seen this.
No. Want to get all the way there to count. Little short. So you might be able to bail out here somehow, and there they go, off your own.
Jeez, do you play that though? Like,
I don't know.
Like, I think you got to.
Can you sneak the draw around?
Yeah, you can. I guess all I'm thinking is that and it doesn't have to be buried, but it has to be, half to 3/4 buried, so that you might have a catcher. And the other thing I'm thinking is, I don't know who's third shot, but if yellow is third shot, and you're playing this, I mean, if you don't make it, it's a draw for 4, but
and they're going to call timeout as well.
Yeah, I just think that if you could ever get that half
So
around. They're
they're letting
looking at that.
yeah, letting Peterman put her eyes on it.
Yeah.
And it's inconclusive.
I think Selena thinks their third shot.
Well, if you're third, you can never touch it.
That's what I'm thinking. If you know your fourth shot, I mean, maybe that is your best shot. Wonder what Marcel thinks.
Marcel Rock, the coach, casually
He got a
flops.
Bible? Yeah, why has he got a Bible in his hand? Half of Huff and Puff from the good old days.
So, for those who weren't around in the good old days, fill us in.
Randy Furby, Dave Nedwin used to be the back end. Scott Pfeiffer and Marcel Rock were on the front end of those 4. I think they won 4 in a row. Or maybe it was 3 out of 4. I can't remember. But
the famous Furby 4.
Yes. So Scott and Marcel were known as Huff and Puff. They swept a lot of rocks into good spots. Equipment wasn't quite the same in those days. Furby had a hammer broom.
Oh, the skip was just ornamental at that point. Kind of like you.
Yep.
So they're looking more and more playing off. Might have been Marcel's guidance there.
I just think, you got more available to you by playing the draw.
I don't disagree, because as soon as you move that, let's just see it. For every bit of how good Selena's shot was, this has to be better.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, pressure cooker situation for Kaitlyn Laws.
Did they decide on the in-off? Like, it looks like they have.
Yeah, it looks like the in-off is the
turn.
call.
Yeah.
Yep. On the clockwise rotation. Shot that is absolutely required to stay in this game. On the way from Kaitlyn Laws. Now trying to walk it over just a touch. Looks pretty good. Back and forth. Get the one. Roll on over. Stick it. Don't go too far. Oh, man. Beautiful shot.
Wow. And wow. Well done. They start to carve it, then realize it's taking the break too, and so they get on it to hold it, and in, off, contact, roll, stays there. And the thing I like about that, you know what? I think they rolled it far enough that it's pretty hard to. I guess you can get to the nose, close to the nose of that red one that was last thrown by Uijeongbu, but to me, that's all I think that's all they got. Right now, that's an absolute game saver by 2-time Olympic champion, or Olympic medalist, I guess I should say, Kaitlyn Laws.
Yeah, let's look at that one more time, Connor, if we can. I just screwed up his order of operations. I'm sorry, Connor. But anyway, lining this up. So looking for like the double raise. Maybe they think it might be too tough.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, I don't think, famous last words, I don't think you can hurt yourself by running in the yellow, because there's no way that you're moving that top red one on the top of the floor.
So after that big hero shot by Laws, Gim with the final stone of the 7th. Needs a big one of her own here. It's going to just split the uprights. And it will be a steal of 1 after all of that. She'll have the hammer in 8 when we come back. You're watching Curling Stadium.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Holman, Moe, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at theGrandSlamOfCurling.com. Let's rock!
And welcome back to what has been an absolute thriller thus far. It's the semifinals of the Saville Grand Prix, the Saville Community Sports Center. Dave Schmel and Terry Corbin here with you. It's been an absolute thriller.
Looking forward to a pretty exciting 8th end here, Dave.
Absolutely, Terry. It's been ones and ones, and oh my goodness, it looked like Gim was going to score points in a wheelbarrow, and then Kaitlyn Laws came up with a game saver of a shot.
Wow, that just tremendous. Here it is again. Got to be like so precise with this, where they swept it to carve it, they swept it to hold it, then they watched it,
and it geared up into a perfect spot.
Yeah, because if it hangs back there closer to the tee line, you know, like they probably have that slash in there that on the first rock of that Yejing Kim threw. So what an end!
Absolutely, but if you're Gim, you just need to stow that and realize that you've been playing great all week. You got the hammer down 1. All the stats kids would say you're in good shape. And Laws is going to try to battle back. That one does tickle a house, but it serves as an effective guard stack.
Yeah.
There's no way Gim's making a play on that now. See if she goes double guard or comes right in. And once again, guys, you look at that scoreboard, 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. You would think, oh man, it's a snooze fest. Well, if you just tuned in, rewind about 6 minutes. It wasn't a snooze fest.
Yeah. It's just the skips making some great last shots.
Let's
as
talk about
well,
talk about a nice draw here from the lead. You and Soul.
You're all in already.
Yep, and important though because it left you room for another one. So effectively, you have a double guard with the benefit being your second guard is shot stone right now.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the little things that win games.
Yeah.
So here's Peterman. This one could use a little bit more weight.
Yeah, it's going to rub.
So are you ignoring it or addressing it? I like bringing another one in, but
do you? What
do you like, Terry?
I honestly don't like the what she first called. I think it's a opportunity to roll that yellow one that's biting the center line that's top 12 into the rings better. So I'm not a fan of that one. So I kind of like the get rid of that one on the center line. See if you can't double off a pair here.
See them asking exactly what they can see here.
Mm-hmm.
Going to go with the cleanup more. On the way from Suji.
Yeah.
Gonna rattle around.
Yeah, that didn't help.
So both those guards are there for Laws to use, but they're also very exposed. So thinking he might just put another one up is the first indication.
Mm-hmm.
So do you like it? Do you love it? Do you like something else?
What did she? I didn't see what she decided on.
About a halfway guard.
I think the short one, right?
Yep.
Like, was that the okay? So that was the final decision. Okay. I mean, I'm good with this. I think you gotta be all in on your last rock for steel, even though you're obviously Gim has last rock.
Now it's often the best way to play for a force is play for a hard steel.
Steel, yeah.
And would stick with the one theme, and we will have willed an extra end into existence. It's been a clinic. just a couple of missteps, but not many.
Yeah.
What you'd want to see on Sunday afternoon, that's for sure.
I think, you just nailed it. You get the championship day, and you're looking for, the best of the best, and you're looking for the best to, have their best and have the cream rise to the top.
So here's Negavan. Putting the high one back out there.
Pretty high, yeah. Now does I just if I'm Laws, I'm thinking like, does she ever come in between the two reds and draw it right to the, top of the four?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You look at it and say, how many times are you gonna repeat it? When does the person
right.
say, you know what, maybe we just go now.
Yeah.
Certainly available on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And depending, is there any depth stagger on them? Could he catch a quarter of the rack and lose both those tight guards? Because that'd be really nice too.
Yeah, I know, but so if you're Gim, Laws has got 3 rocks left, and she still needs to be shot. And you look at what she's got to work with. I mean, I would suggest to you that she's got quite a bit to work with right now. But I mean, at some point, if you're Gim, do you go like I don't want 1, I want 2, and
Well, now looking at
wait,
first instinct, that yellow catches on the red all day, so that's no good.
Yeah.
You could play the run on the long one in one of them. There's enough of an angle to get multiple stones moving and not leave a guard, which would be your preference. But the way they've had draw weight on lockdown, I say you go.
Yeah, it's so tempting. I mean, the worst part about going is, that, Laws only has to make 1 shot. Not that, I mean, she only has to make 1 shot, I guess, no matter what you do. But,
well, the decision's been made.
Yeah.
The kids would say, let's go.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to forget the other part of that. And G. Kim. Well, the brushers are going. This is going to be really friendly with that guard. Can they slide by? Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Well, that was the danger. Don't know if it had the weight anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If it had 6 feet more weight, would have been perfect because the line would have been great then.
This is kind of the opportunity that Team Laws was looking for.
So you just go and draw the lid down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think I'm going to guess that, they would be very definitive. they're either going around or they're tapping. I guess it depends a little bit on if you top. I mean, you might be right under the yellow, and your shooter rolls a little bit and cuts a piece, that much more of the 4 foot off. But I would think that they're going straight around.
I think so too, buddy.
So in turn draw.
So, how deep do you want this, Terry?
I don't want it. I don't want it short. That's all I know. Well, and I guess I don't want it deep either. But I would love to bite the top of the button.
The line's gonna be really good. It's tight past the guard, not a problem. Walk it all the way over. Perfect depth.
Like it.
So, yeah, you're doing something here. I like running the red in to the 2 yellows.
Yeah.
I think that gives you more optionality.
Yeah, you can't like the fact that you don't have a way into the 4 foot, and I think that was the key to Selena's shot, was that it literally gets all of the 4.
We'd like to welcome those of you who are joining us from the Jacobs-Schuster game. Jacobs was able to draw the 4 foot for a 5-4 win over John Schuster of the U.S. Back here, get the run, push him back, shuffle him around. You do see it's 2 stones in the house for Kaitlyn Laws. Yoonji Kim has the hammer down by 1 in the 8th end. I'm Dave Schmel with Terry Corbin,
Dave.
and happy to have you.
Yeah, Dave, the problem with the shot that she just played is she's now knocked the yellow one into second shot, negating that one that's been behind that corner guard the whole end as shot rock. Good conversation here in terms of, what depth they want on this guard. Again, you probably do definitely want this, short. You don't have to get under anything. Like, you can leave this, totally wide open, for lack of better words. Short. It doesn't need to get under the red one. And when I say doesn't, I mean like buried around the red one. Like, obviously, she'd like to just be, I think, 3, 4, 5 inches short of the house, but totally covering that yellow. That was a pistol thrown by Selena.
Oh, absolutely. So here's the first one from Kaitlyn. It's going to be just about 4 feet short of the rings in a nice spot.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, you can't run I suppose you could run the red that's off the center line in, but you can't cover everything. You got to you'll end up leaving them something. So I would say that this would have been the more difficult of the 2.
You see there, we got that nice longhouse view there. So you
Yeah.
can see the whole scene here. Gonna try the really long run. Lots of good stuff can happen here because you're gonna make real estate. Because even if you wreck on the one that was just thrown on the run attempt. You're going to clear some stuff out. Your shooter's going to go away. If you're ever a little narrow, you're going to open up the right side as we're looking down. So, good options.
Yes, this has had everything and more you could want in a curling game.
Yeah, don't let the scoreboard deceive you. All ones, but lots of action. So, again, with her first of the 8th.
Trying to run that red one back into the
off
shot
and on.
block.
This is really close.
This
Get the
is
run.
this is
It's
really
on its
close.
way back, and they drive it off. Yoonji Kim with about an 18-foot run back. How about that?
With quiet weight too. Like, this is not a bullet. This is fantastic. Leave the sweepers involved in the shot making. Boom, got it. Now, conversely, this leaves a wide open hit for Kaitlyn, and it'll force Eugene Kim into trying to score her one. And of course, Dave, between you and I, we've never done an extra end game before.
Oh, no, never done that, buddy.
It's kind of in the recipe, I think, at times.
Well, that's part of our secret sauce. Who needs 2 all beef patties, and a sesame seed bun?
Lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Come on, bud.
I'm vegetarian.
What a great end to curling.
Oh, what a great game.
Yes.
So, Kaitlyn Law is looking for her answer here.
Yeah, real clean release.
Just needs to make it go away. That's job number 1.
Yeah, sure, she'd like to get a little bit of a roll.
Gets the roll.
Oh,
and,
yep.
And
Got it.
rolls to the back 4. Why would we expect anything else, Terry?
That's right. That's right. You think about the her last shot of the 7th end, and again, just even the last shot of this 8th end, 2 dynamite rocks.
And Terry Corbin with the count it.
So yeah, she needs a good chunk of the 4-foot for one, and in order to play 9.
You see Peterman scurrying off the ice to get ready to play 9.
So this is going to be an intern draw.
Intern draw for Yoonji Kim.
Yeah, and like we've said a lot today, like the draw weight's been very good for the most part for both teams.
The team from Uijeongbu, facing 2, needs the full 4. Final stone of the 8th end. Watching it down, just communicating for the weight. Back and forth, they seem to be pretty confident with it. Needs to come on down and now take the curl.
Yeah,
Curling
this
up,
is gonna curl.
okay. The line's going to be fine. Got to find the brakes.
It looks heavy. It looks heavy, Dave.
And it does slide through.
Oh.
And it's going to be a steal of 1 for the game. Kaitlyn Laws manages to squeak one out in a thriller here from Saville.
You know what I want to say, Dave? Well, Yuji Kim steamrolled her opponents through the round robin. It's Kaitlyn Laws that gets revenge after losing the last game of the round robin to Kim. She just makes some fantastic curling shots when she really needed. I think of that one that she threw to tie the game in 6, I believe it was, and the shot in 7, just fantastic. It was all or nothing, and then to get that roll and force Kim to get a solid piece of the 4-foot. What entertainment!
And she'll advance to the finals, and we will have them for you right here on Curling Stadium. That is set for 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock East.
So we still didn't have a deuce, did we, Dave?
We made it the whole time without a deuce. I mean,
wow.
You just go through some of those shots from the big shots in the 7th end, the ones from Selena, and then that ridiculous angle raise. I mean, I'm gonna watch these last 2 ends again.
Yeah, I think I will too.
Before the final. Even Marcel's getting a kick out of it there in the background.
Yeah, I see him there laughing.
Oh man. So right now for Terry Corbin and Connor Sims, thank you so much. See you soon on Curling Stadium.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.